Today on Beyond the Gates, Dany blames herself, Naomi asks an important question, and Ashley sees something she wishes she hadn't. Bill is devastated, and Naomi skeptical, as Hayley says that she lost the baby. When Bill goes to make his wife, who manages to avoid revealing what doctor she supposedly saw at the hospital, Naomi asks the million-dollar question, is my dad mourning a baby that never existed in the first place? Hayley insists the baby was real, but she faked the ultrasound. Naomi doesn't buy what Hayley's selling, and neither do I, frankly, so Bill's wife elaborates. Hayley admits she was afraid to get an ultrasound because it might prove something was wrong with the baby. If the doctor didn't say it, I wouldn't know it, she rationalized at the time. But now, she wonders if maybe having the ultrasound would have saved her child's life. Naomi agrees not to tell her dad and, when he re-enters, she is as good as her word. Naomi leaves, and Bill takes his wife into his arms, reminding Hayley this isn't her fault. Honestly, Hayley's confession to Naomi almost had me convinced she was pregnant, until I remembered the whole shady connection to Randy/Sammy. Derek is rejected, again. Jan tracks down Derek and pushes him to reunite with Ashley, Andre be damned. She insists Ashley and Derek could be plucked right out of a Hallmark movie, and urges him to fight for his woman. Derek does exactly that, heading over to Ashley's place hoping for another shot at being her hero. I may not come from money or come from some glamorous background, but I can still give you experiences, he promises. I'll never be him, but I promise you this, I will work every day to give you your dream. Because Ashley, you are mine. But I won't keep doing the back and forth thing. He has just one question for her. What's it going to be? Forever or never. Later, he returns to Uptown and tells Jan that her daughter choose Andre. Dany turns to Andre. Andre is preparing his I want more than you're willing to give speech when Dany arrives, freaking out. Why? I think I caused Hayley to lose her baby. She calls Bill to get an update and learns her worst fear has come to pass and Hayley is no longer pregnant. Reeling, Dany declares, I'm a monster. Andre refuses to believe that she really wanted this to happen on some level, as Dany insists. This is not your fault, he intones, reminding Dany that Hayley came looking for her and picked a fight. Dany throws herself into his arms, then pulls away, realizing how selfish she is being. I keep crossing the line between wanting you and needing you, she realizes. It cannot be take every time we're together. They begin kissing, oblivious to Ashley letting herself in and, upon seeing them together, leaving again. Ironically, the moment Ash is gone, Andre and Dany separate. She refuses to use him as an emotional support hunk. But he agrees to hold her all night, because hey, that's what friends do, right? Can Doug beat Joey at his own game? Vanessa assures Joey that his Doug problems are a thing of the past, admitting that she told her husband about the bug in his car. Of course, what she doesn't know is that at that moment, her hubby is meeting with Randy/Sammy, insisting they need to deal with the casino boss. Realizing he can't expose the money laundering without Vanessa winding up behind bars, Doug suggests they aim higher, like leading the police to connect Kenneth's death directly to Armstrong. Randy says they're going to do this his way. For once in his life, Joey Armstrong won't see what's coming for him. Next on Beyond the Gates, what brings a Genoa City fave to Fairmont Crest? I'm a monster, declares Dany. Plus, Hayley convinces Naomi to keep her secret. Chapter 1. The Confession. Rain slashed across the windows of Dany's loft like the sky was tearing itself apart. She sat curled on the edge of her couch, eyes red, fingers twitching against her mug of untouched tea. Every so often, she would lift her gaze to the mirror across the room, the same mirror she'd avoided for weeks, and flinch. Hayley stood at the doorway, hesitant. She'd seen Dany broken before, but never like this. The walls that usually wrapped around her friend like steel armor had been shattered, leaving only trembling honesty. Dany's voice cracked. I'm a monster, Hayley. The words seemed to hang in the air, heavier than the storm outside. Hayley took a cautious step forward. Don't say that. You're… No, Dany interrupted, shaking her head violently. You don't understand. I thought I was helping. I thought I was protecting everyone, but all I did was ruin everything. Her hands were cold, almost clammy, when Hayley reached for them. What happened? Hayley asked softly. Dany's answer came in pieces, like shards of glass. The letter she'd intercepted. The lie she'd told Naomi. The night she'd chosen silence instead of truth. And finally, the fallout, which was still unraveling like an unstoppable chain reaction. Chapter 2. Naomi's Secret. Across town, Naomi sat at her kitchen table, staring at a half-written text on her phone. It was addressed to her sister, but every time her thumb hovered over send, a new wave of fear stopped her. The secret was eating her alive. She could feel it in the way her stomach twisted every time her phone buzzed. But telling the truth would mean destroying everything: her family, her career, her carefully constructed life. That's when Hayley's name flashed on her screen. Naomi? It's me. We need to talk. Chapter 3. Hayley's Bargain. Hayley didn't bother with pleasantries. She found Naomi pacing in the living room, hair pulled back like she'd just escaped a courtroom drama. I know what happened, Hayley said. Naomi froze. You what? I know, Naomi. About the deal. About why you couldn't tell him. And I'm not here to judge. Hayley's tone was calm, but her eyes had that relentless fire Naomi had always feared. Naomi's voice dropped to a whisper. If this gets out… It won't, Hayley interrupted. But you have to trust me. Dany's falling apart, and if she breaks, she's going to tell someone. You need to let me handle her. Naomi crossed her arms. And what do you get out of this? Hayley smiled faintly. Just the satisfaction of knowing I saved both of you from yourselves. Chapter 4. The Memory That Wouldn't Fade. Later that night, Dany sat alone again, replaying the moment in her head. The warehouse. The shouting. The envelope in her hand. The way the name on the papers had turned her stomach into a stone. If she'd handed it over, Naomi's secret would have been out. And maybe that was the right thing to do. But she hadn't. She'd kept it. Hidden it. Lied for her. And now the lie had grown into something monstrous, something she couldn't control. The storm outside had eased, but inside her mind, thunder was still rolling. Chapter 5. Hayley's Plan. Hayley had always been the fixer, the one who could spin chaos into order. But this time, she knew she was dancing too close to the edge. She needed Dany quiet, Naomi calm, and the truth buried so deep it would never surface again. And she had just the plan to do it. She called them both. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m., neutral ground, the old greenhouse at the edge of town. No phones. No distractions. Just the three of them, and whatever was left of their trust.